It's the Will Show. How's everything you want to know? Keep up everything about sports so you gon' catch his flow. Never be low. Check it every day, cause he gonna upload. You gonna be happy, cause you call his flow. Talking, he gonna make you even wanna talk. Might even get expired, take it for a walk. Listen to his voice, yeah, you have a choice. But if you don't listen, you gonna be lost. Catch your attention like Randy Moss. Share it like you really just did a toss. Kick your feet up, enjoy the show like you a boss. He's gonna make you happy so you don't worry. Like and subscribe and join the ride. Not from Alabama, but we stay roll tide. Shows every night, so you better slide. Hit the nutty zone to be on our side. It's the Will Show.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Will Show. Will I am in the building with Will and Mr. Stats. What's going on, sir? How you doing, man?
Same old same, brother. How you doing?
Doing great, man. You know what I'm saying? The people think I'm doing great because somebody, won somebody. Nah, man. Everybody, if you've been following, you know what I want to happen. I need that guy from Colorado and not Shador. I need Travis Hunter, and that's not happening. But also, feeling good because, nice sponsor, Mile Wide, Brewing Company. You got to hats off to them, taking care of business, taking care of the Will Show and 54 Sports Network, period, my brother. So have you had a good weekend, though?
So far, so good, man. I'm off for the upcoming week, due to the holidays. So
Okay.
I'm looking forward to taking this little time off, man. I need a break.
Oh, man, you going somewhere? I mean, we know how you like to go, places
Nah,
and
I ain't got
stuff.
no plans. Nah, I think I'm going to hold off to the beginning of the year.
Okay. We
Do
know how
something.
we know how you like to do things, so and that's good. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Real quick, I want to let everybody know where to follow. 54 Sports Network, pretty much everywhere. We're talking about Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, X, TikTok. You don't stop. We got the groups. We on pretty much everything. Spotify, iHeart, Amazon, all that good stuff. So make sure you get a chance. Go ahead and follow, like, subscribe, all that. Also, like I said, Mile Wide, Vinyl Empire, 502 Corvette Club. Let's listen a little bit about 502 Corvette Club. The Will Show, sponsored by 502 Corvette Club of Louisville. The 502 Corvette Club of Louisville is a nonprofit car club that promotes fellowship, education, and the youth outreach in the local community through car shows and fundraising events. If someone is interested in joining or contacting 502 Corvette, you can do it through Facebook Messenger or any member you may come in contact with in or around the town. Proud sponsor of the Will Show, 502 Corvette. That's right. Let's hit the ground running. We have some games that's going on, some really crazy stuff that's going on with this stuff big time. So let's go on and hit it. Had a game that was on Thursday night. We had the Browns in a snowfest beat the Steelers, and I know the Steelers people are kind of sad, but 24-19. They thought they was going to the Super Bowl. Steelers 8-3, falling for 8-3. The Browns are now a whopping 3-8. My gosh, you got anything on that game, man?
Not really much on the game, but I did watch it.
Okay,
The weather in that game was somewhat crazy, right?
right.
Seeing all that snow and stuff. This ends the Steelers' 5-game winning streak um, in this game. So yeah, I'm surprised with the Browns, but then too, I'm not surprised with the Browns. I think they've been improving ever since they've gotten Winston at the helm.
Right. That distraction that they had with Mr. Watson, like we talked about before, Mr. Winston's gonna have his ups and downs and all that kind of stuff. And I mean, he was 18 for 27, 219, one interception, so he really didn't hurt you, didn't do well, but they won the game with him. And Nick Chubb sighting had two rushing TDs. Russell Wilson, 21 for 28, 270 yards, 1 TD. Justin Fields got in there, pretty much was 0 for 1, but also ran the ball. 3 carries, 26 yards. Warren, 45 yards, 1 TD. And also Najee Harris, 41 yards. They pretty much split those carries, 11 and 16. Let me ask you this, because you definitely you got your team that you follow and stuff like that. Would you split these carries that they doing with Najee Harris and Jalen Warren? It's almost like they have to give Najee, but they love Warren. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, to me, sometimes, even though it's 11 carries, I mean, I gotta. Let me just say, what are your thoughts on that whole dynamic of that?
Um, I agree with you. I think they love Najee. Well, they're loyal to Najee.
Right.
They really like the young guy. So uh, are they paying Najee?
Not yet. He's still on his
What are they
rookie.
paying to it?
Both of them on a rookie still contracts.
Oh, okay. Both of them on their rookie contracts.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, yeah. Maybe this is one of those things where they're just trying to evaluate. See where we want to go with the future.
Right, right. Because to me, it seemed like, maybe I wanted to be able to see Najee get 20 carries, see if he gets stronger as the game goes on. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I would, big back, see how that looks, but, you know, I guess he's
And
lucky
two,
to get
that was an
16.
ugly game. So I guess to prevent injury, you kind of limit
But
guys.
but they do this every game. I
Right.
mean, this ain't just a one thing, you know what I'm saying? Except for, when Warren was hurt, then they went ahead and all that kind of stuff. Hell, you even see Cordell Patterson back there sometimes. And
Yes.
he's old as hell, but he does what he got to do. But yeah, I mean, to me, I would think I would like to see him, get a little more carries. But like you said, the weather condition was awful anyway with that. What's up, Shannon? What's up, D? How you doing? Good evening, fellas. So hey, big disappointing loss for the Steelers. You know what I'm saying? They still in the hunt. They still first place or whatever, but still, they knew they had that one, but they didn't. It is what it is. All right, let's get this out the way. Let's get into today's games. We got the Cowboys 34, Commanders 26. This was a crazy ass game. Um, no way to put it. Now I have resorted to like watching it on the multi vision on as far as YouTube NFL tickets. So I got the 4 games, and normally I would have Dallas on the big one, but I mean it is what it is. Horrible season, so I had it up there where I'm watching other real games.
Right.
Let me just put it that way: other real games. This was such a shit show. I mean, if you are the Commanders, you got to really feel sick to your stomach, because there's no way you let Dallas come in there with Cooper Rush and get out a win. You had Arby, who missed 2 field goals, who normally doesn't miss shit. He was missing left and right. You had, one of them got blocked, the other one he missed. A punt got blocked. You know what I'm saying? All kinds of stuff. They was missing cheap stuff too. But the crazy was when Turpin did a hell of a spin move, and it looked like Dallas was on their way. Okay, but then the Dallas of this year showed up and let them throw an 86-yard TD to damn near tie the score. Now, you remember when they moved the extra point back, and everybody like, man, what is that? Man, what's going on? Because they wanted to be more challenging. Well, today's game, it proved to be challenging because the guy missed the extra point. For all purposes, is over with. But Dallas said they wanted to score one more time. The DB who never even gets the ball, they kick it to him right up the middle. He goes, touchdown. This was a absolutely shit show. And like I said, if you Commanders, you got to feel real bad. You got to be 6. Now you done lost 2 in a row. You was 7-3. Now you 7-5. You lost to the Eagles. That's nothing to put your head down. Eagles is a good team, and you lost to the Cowboys. Now you're scratching your head because now you're right in the middle of the stuff of the pile to try to get a wild card. You have anything on this game? Stats?
Cowboys 10.5-point underdogs in this game. Austin Siebert missed 2 extra points in the game. The last of which was 21 seconds left to send the game into overtime.
Wow.
Leads to Wanye Thomas returning the onside kick attempt for a touchdown, which for the Cowboys pulled them to 34-26 victory. So yeah, man, it was a crazy game. Like you said, that moving that extra point back, yeah, definitely intended to affect them today. It showed its head today.
Missed the stats.
Yes, sir.
This is 24-17, right?
Hmm.
That's how many points were scored. There was 41 points scored in the fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter.
Dallas had 24, they had 17. Before that, basically it was 10-9 in three quarters, 19 points. 41, bro. Like, you know how many people who was doing live betting when it was 10-9 or whatever, thinking, okay, they're not going to get the under. Let me go ahead and
Right.
do this. Blew it out the water. Blew it
Oh
out the
yeah.
water.
Oh yeah.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Big business. Big business.
Yes, sir. Like I said, Cowboys improved to 4-7. The whopping 4-2 away from home. That's sickening. And the Commanders 7-5. Fall to 4-2 at home. Big time. Like I said, they'll be throwing up tossing cookies tonight. Big time. Speaking of tossing and doing whatever you wanted to do, the Bucks 30, uh, Giants and DeVito guy 7. You know what? And I know you have been a proponent of this guy Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield, he just fits
Right.
with Tampa Bay. No matter what, he done had some stops there. Everybody was scratching their head and all this stuff, but he fits with them, and they love him. He had 294 yards, no TDs, no interception, but led that team big time. Bucky Irvin, 87 yards, 1 TD. Rashard White, 37 yards, 1 TD. Baker had a rushing TD, and also Sean Tucker had a TD. They had 4 rushing TDs. They did what they wanted to do. They basically controlled this game. Mr. DeVito, 189 yards, 21 for 31. And Tyrone Tracy, 9 carries for 42. Yeah, I want Travis Hunter, but they may get Travis Hunter. They fall to 2-9, and the Bucks improve to 5-6. Now, hell, they might get Shador. I don't know.
Right. Well, yeah. Yeah, Buccaneers snap a 4-game losing streak and
Wow.
extend New York's skid to 6 straight. The Giants bench and then release Daniel Jones this week. So, of course, we've got young DeVito
Right.
who came in. He thought he was doing something a little early in the game, and Baker tended to mock him in the game. Yeah, he did a little DeVito dance. Yeah, but as far as Baker Mayfield, man, I just think he's found this spot, man. They've moved the pieces around him. Like, he's had some injuries this season, and he still continues to produce. It doesn't, affect him much. Just the team that they've got. They mesh well.
Yeah, they do. They do big time, and I love it, man, because like I said, everybody was ready to just throw dirt on him, and I was one of them. When I
I
saw
was
when him
too.
looked in Cleveland and all that, it's like, dude's not ready. You know what I'm saying? He's doing other stuff, but he looks good though. He looks good for
My
them.
thing is with him, yeah, he's just been humbled, right?
Mm,
He came in with a chip on his shoulder, thought he was the best thing since sliced bread.
right,
They showed him how fragile that quarterback position can be.
right,
You can be in, you can be out in the next, couple years or whatever. He bounced around from team to team.
right,
They showed him that you're not as valuable as you think you are.
right, right.
So now I think he's gotten it. He's humbled himself and he's going out there and trying to prove that he belongs.
Nah, that's a good way to put it, big time. Because he looks good. He looks way better than what he did. So hats off to him, um, for real, for real. Uh, Chiefs 30, Panthers 27. I mean, Chiefs, do you always got to make a game look tougher than what it is? It should be. I mean, for real, for real. And I know they sit there 10-1, they're 5-1 away. Mr. Young actually looked like an NFL quarterback, big time, which is good for him because he's another one that people is trying to give up on and all that. So, he still may end up somewhere else. And sometimes it's okay to go somewhere else. but he looked like a quarterback, and I mean they still got some pieces as far as Mr. Hubbard and all that kind of things like that. But I mean, it is the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, 27 for 37. He had 3 TDs, 269 passing. He did his thing like that. Kareem Hunt, I love that pickup though, because even though did a full circle, but when Pacheco gets back, him and Kareem Hunt would definitely solidify that running game for them. Not a fan of the Chiefs, but can't wait to see that because I think that's going to be good. Noah Gray, 66 yards, 2 TDs. Bryce Young, 21 for 35, 263, 1 TD, no interception. Chuba Hubbard, 16. I think he had 16 carries, 58 yards, 1 TD. Everybody just thought the Chiefs was gonna go there and just smack them around and boom, get over that. We lost last week. Let's go ahead and beat them by 20. What I'm surprised at though is that the defense of the Chiefs gave up 27 points. Because on this streak that they've been rocking and rolling, I'm talking about streak from even last year, stuff like that. That defense has been trump tight. I didn't see them giving up 27 points, not to them. So, the last 2 games, you done gave up close to 60 points.
Right.
One of them got Josh Allen, and the other team don't. Got Bryce Young. That's a concern. That is a concern big time. What you got, Stats?
Yeah, man. The Chiefs, man, they continue to just eke them out, man. They find a way to win every game. Game-winning drive today was the 21st of Mahomes' career. Chiefs have won a game decided in the final seconds for the 5th time this season.
Wow.
8 of the Chiefs' wins have come by 1 score or less. Kansas City's Travis Kelce had 6 catches, 62 yards, moved into 3rd place in career yards receiving by a tight end, behind only Tony Gonzalez and Jason Witten, but fails to score a TD for the 9th time in 11 games this season.
Wow. They bracketed him though.
So
that's what you do.
Yeah.
You cut the head off the snake, right? Like everybody knows Kelce, especially in the red zone. So you're going to bracket him. You're going to make sure you got somebody in the back, somebody in the front, shot on him and all that. Everybody else got to eat. I mean, they got some other players, but everybody's been this known and have been knowing that it's always going to be Kelce. Kelce's going to have 10 catches, 100 yards, 2 TDs, bam. Well, it ain't like that. It hasn't been like that this year.
Yeah, but they still find a way to do it.
Yeah. And excuse me, when they bought Hoptown in there, I'm like, oh yeah, because Hoptown is not a blazer. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna work at middle. So you got him and Juju that's gonna be able to, help out. Because basically, if you take it away, Kelce, then these 2 dudes is running the right free. You know what I'm saying? And they can work it. They got good hands enough. So hey, you got to do more than that. But like I said, my biggest concern is that the Panthers scored 27 points. They need to fix that.
Yeah. But it's good to see the Panthers.
Right. No, you're right. Yeah. You're right, big time. Because let me see. Let me see real quick who the Chiefs play next week. They got the Raiders. Even though that's a rivalry, it's at the Chiefs. So let's see. It is what it is. All right, moving right along. We have the Dolphins decide they want to just crush the Patriots, 34-15. This game was out of whack. That they benched the starters, but had to bring them back because they made it 31-15. They're like, oh no, we got to get back in. They were sitting there taking tapes off and the helmets is put up and all this, ready to take off their stuff. Now you need to get back out there. But let's be real. When Tua is driving this car, man, it just goes. It's so smooth. You know what I'm saying? When he's upright and it just looks different. It's better, man. And I just hope that he doesn't have any more injuries. You don't want anybody. But Tua is this whole offense from running game to everything is different when Tua's rolling. And it is what it is. And Tua was at 317 yards, 4 TDs, no interceptions. And let's be honest. And I can say it because I got Tyreek in the league and in one of my fantasy league with the 54 Network. He ain't done shit the whole year. With Tua, without Tua. You know what I'm saying? He ain't done anything. But they still have enough weapons because Jonah Smith, the tight end, which I should have started, I didn't, has been balling the last 2 games. Tua has been finding him, but I won't be making that mistake anymore. He will be starting for me. That's all I'm gonna say. But I mean, he's been eating, bro. Like he's gonna get I don't know whether they got him on a 1-year deal or whatever. For that sake, I hope not, because dude is different. He had 9 catches, 87 yards, 1 TD. Jalen Waddle, who I also have, 8 catches, 144. Like, man, hey, it's just different. They improved to 5 and 6. They, as long as he stay healthy, dude, they're gonna be right in that playoff hunt, wild card, all that stuff. The Patriots, Drake May, just go ahead and do what you got to do, get your experience, and roll with it that way. What you got, Stats?
Dolphins sweep the Patriots for the second consecutive season for the first time since 99-2000.
Wow.
Tua moves to 7-0 in his career against New England, has 11 passing touchdowns, just 1 interception since returning from injured reserve. With the loss, the Patriots will finish their 3rd straight season below 500. It's the first time since 91-93.
How many times?
How
many times you said?
The loss, the Patriots will finish their 3rd straight season below 500.
Boy, that Tom Brady effect is a
first
mother.
Time since 91 through 93.
That Tom Brady effect is something, ain't it? It is something.
It is, but now it's Tom and
Belichick, big time. Yeah, Belichick.
Yeah,
Belichick. But he had 2 of them losing seasons. Yeah, he just retired.
That's true.
So
right.
Yeah, that Tom Brady stuff is ridiculous. I mean, goodness gracious. Are they gonna keep Mayo? Are they gonna keep him? As the coach?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough for him. It's gonna be tough.
I mean, it's gonna be a few. They probably have maybe 2 or 3 new coaches before they settle on one.
Yeah. It's hard to replace a legend. Yeah.
It is. It really is, especially with the history they've got, right?
Right.
So you want somebody to come in and kind of pick up that ball and start rolling with it. You don't want to, you don't want to suffer too long.
Right. And you might want to get away from that tree. You know what I'm saying? Get away from the Belichick tree. Go ahead and get one of these up and coming offensive minded gurus that is in the league that's doing their things. And most of these good teams have these gurus at leading them. So, you might want to break away from the Belichick tree just to go ahead. And I'm not saying you fire the dude, but the writing's going to be on the wall. It is so sad that you just said that they have secured a losing record. Like, wow. That right there, that's just, already 3-9, and that's why. Goodness gracious, you got that 9 losses. That's a wrap, brother. That's a wrap. See y'all later, man. Patriots. Bye-bye. See you go. Oh my gosh. This was another upset of the day. You know what I mean? Like I said, we had the Cowboys. Now we had the Titans, who went to Texans, beat them 32-27 behind Mr. Will Levis and company. They improved to 3-8. The Titans did, and the Texas and another team, you got to scratch your head, falls to 7-5. Mr. Mayo, that's what we're going to call him, Will Mayo Levis. He was 18 for 24, 278 yards, 2 TDs, 1 interception. Tony Pollard sighting. Oh my gosh, 119 yards, 1 TD. Calvin Ridley, 5 catches. I forgot he was even on their team. 93 yards. I forgot Calvin Ridley was even on their team, bro. Like that's crazy. CJ Stroud, man. Even though I want to say he's in a slump. He still threw for almost 250, two TDs, two interceptions. I don't know what's going on with him. He need to go on and get that fixed because it's not looking too good. It's not looking too good for him. Mixon had a pedestrian game, only 22 yards rushing, 14 carries. Nico Collins is a man among boys. 92 yards, one TD. Tank Dell, 72 yards. He hated that, they don't have Diggs. That's a wrap because that's that three-headed monster. But hey, man, you can't be losing these games if you Texas and you try to take steps to be up there with the top teams. You can't be losing games like this, man.
Right.
Yeah. What you got, Mr. Stats?
Right. AFC South leading Texans lost for the third time in 4 games. Stroud has thrown 5 interceptions combined in the past 3 games to give him more interceptions in 12 games this season, 9, than he had in 15 games as a rookie last season, 5.
Wow.
So he's thrown 5 in the last 3 games,
Wow.
which matches his total from last season.
Wow.
So yeah, he knows that he's not playing up to his standard.
Right.
He's definitely got to step it up. He's had some problems here in the last month and a half. As far as the team's concerned. Yeah, hopefully they get it back on track. Because like I said, he's a hell of a quarterback. And he proved it last season. He's just got to tighten up.
Yeah, he got to tighten up. I think his thing is this: whoever the offensive coordinator, hopefully he can reel him in because he does. His head coach is a defensive minded person, so hopefully they got somebody who can kind of, all right, let's take a deep breath. Teams are playing you a little bit different. You got stuff on tape. They know what to expect. Last game you smacked the shit out of Dallas. This is not Dallas. These are the other teams that got some defensive and have some structure in their defense that you just can't just be throwing this stuff out there, man. You don't want to take away from his aggressiveness. You know what I'm saying? You want him to still throw it downfield, do what he take some chances, but you still gotta reel it in a little bit. You don't want his confidence to break. You know what I'm saying? You want him to still be good and all that kind of stuff like that. Because to me, I still think they're a good team, but if you want to be with the big boys, you can't let stuff like this at home. It's different if it's in Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? This is at home and you got beat, all that kind of stuff like that. Daniel Barry Sports Highlights. Hey, what's going on? Yo, what's going on? Yeah. It is what it is, man. You got to win these games, but let's hope he can get get out of his own way and get back. Speaking of getting out of your own way, I think it doesn't make a difference what style you play with. Lions can adapt to whatever. Lions 24, Colts 6. The Lions have been blowing people out and scoring 40, 50 points. Well, the Colts defense held water enough for them. But, you do got that guy, that Richardson guy back there, which he didn't look too bad today. He didn't look too bad, but 11 for 28 and 172, you got to pick it up, bro. You got to pick it up. He had 10 carries, 61 yards. He didn't do anything to wow you, but he, make some more passes, make some more throws. Jared Goff, man, 26 for 36, 269 yards. Mr. Gibbs, 21 carries, 90 yards, 2 TDs. Montgomery, 37 yards, 1 TD. Stats, I don't think it's any style. They can beat you many ways. Many ways. And the crazy thing is, to me, one of their biggest weaknesses is their defense, even though they've added some more pieces, lost a linebacker and all this kind of stuff. But their defense is not terrible. You know what I'm saying? Because they've been doing their thing, and that's the scary thing, man. That is the scary thing, and it is what it is. I'm a rock and roll with them, just because that's my pops team. Rest in peace. But do your thing, man. Do your thing. What you got, Stats?
Lions won their 9th straight, improved to 10-1 for the first time since 1934. Their inaugural season in the Motor City. 6-0 on the road this season. The Colts 5-7 lose their second straight home game and fourth in their past 5 games.
Mm.
Um,
Mm,
yeah,
mm,
Indy is struggling.
mm.
Andy Richardson, I don't know. You done proved that you just ain't got it, man. You claiming tired and you coming out
Yeah,
of
that's
games,
embarrassing.
and
That's embarrassing.
I don't think you got the heart for it, man. I don't think you got the heart. You know, so if I'm the Colts, I'm looking to replace him maybe.
Well, the good thing is he's on his rookie contract. So, first of all, I wouldn't even pick him anyway. I mean, they did some Al Davis stuff. You know what I'm saying? Fell in love with him because he's 6'5", 6'6". He can throw it from sitting on his ass 50, 60 yards. He can do this and he can do that. No, bro. Dude didn't do anything at Florida. Like, does that even matter anymore? Like, there's no way you watched him play at Florida and thought that he was going to come in the league and take the league by storm. No, bro. I'm sorry. No. People say, well, Purdy was Iowa State and he was killing it for 5 years or 4 years, whatever. You know what I'm saying? He was a prolific thrower. He had yardage. Anthony Richardson, no. And like you said, how many guys in that locker room was like, man, why we got this dude out here who quit on us?
Yeah,
Why are we still bringing him out there? So it's like, why? I don't know. I don't know. You got to make a decision because you 5-7, and that's the thing about it, man. They defense is good enough. Their running game is good enough that they can keep doing games and win it. But you got to have that dude behind that center who can lead them, and he's not a leader. He's not a leader. It is what it is, and take that loss with you. Oh. Vikings 30, the Bears 27 in overtime. Wow. Oh boy, had himself, man. He had first of all, hats off to Sam Darnold for everybody who threw dirt on him and tried to bury him alive. It's another guy who he was with the Jets and all this kind of stuff. I think the Carolina. He was the backup for Purdy last year, so he really didn't get to play. But he's sitting, listen, and learn. He is balling with the Minnesota Vikings. He was 22 for 34, 330 yards, 2 TDs. Aaron Jones, 22 carries, 106 yards, fumble, and a TD. Jordan Addison, 8 catches, 162 yards, 1 TD. TJ Hawkinson, 7 catches, 114 yards. They did this thing. And hats off Caleb. Caleb balled this game. 32 for 47, 320 yards. 340 yards, 2 TDs. He did his thing. DJ Moore, he's happy. Got 106 yards, 1 TD. Keelan Allen scored. Hey, overtime win. Anytime you win on the road against a rival, a division player, team, you know what I'm saying, and took care of business on the road, you got to take it, man. They improved to 9-2. The Bears fall to 4-7. They're another team in the sweepstakes. Again, what you got, stats?
Bears lost the 5th straight. Vikings give up 11 points in the final 22 seconds of regulation to send that into overtime. Darnold surpassed his previous season high of 19 touchdown passes.
Wow.
Caleb Williams, like you said, 340, 2 touchdowns in a losing effort.
What's your thoughts on him, man? On Caleb? What's your
Caleb?
thoughts? Yeah, what's your thoughts?
Like I said, I think we talked about this last week. I just think he's a good, starting piece to, something new,
Mm-hmm.
He continues playing like he's playing. Like I said, there's 10 other guys on the field with you at any given time. That receivers got to get open, or that offensive line has got to give you time to get to your receivers and things like that. You know what I mean? So, like I said, he's a serviceable quarterback. I think he's going to be decent in the league. You just got to get the right pieces around him.
Right. I think it's more of the line play. If they can get that line play, because you got Keenan Allen, even though Keenan Allen is old, so you're going to have to replace him eventually. You know what I'm saying? But he is a security blanket for a young
youngster because he's going to work that middle, do all that kind of stuff. DJ Moore, you know what I'm saying? He wants that ball. So you got some of those pieces. You got some good running back. I just think if they sure up that line play, then you'll see him probably averaging about 270 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Hitting, he's got commit as the tight end, so he got some. And I love Swift as a running back. You know what I'm saying? And Johnson, so he got some of this stuff. If I'm them in the offseason and the in the draft, I'm addressing the line. You got to take care of that. So, but hey, yeah, he'll be all right. He'll be all right. Woo. Broncos, look at her. Anybody have them on your bingo card at the beginning of the season that they was gonna be a wild card team in the playoff? As it stopped today, they would be a wild card team. The Broncos 29, the Raiders 19. Hey man, even though he's old as hell, Bo Nix he's doing his thing, man. Bo Nix, 25 for 42, 273. 2 TDs, and Sean Payton loves him. That's all you need to know. Sean Payton loves him. Cortland Sutton, 97 yards, 2 TDs. Guard Minshew for the Raiders, 25 for 42, 231 TD, 1 interceptions. Jacob Myers, 121 yards, 10 catches. It is what it is. The Raiders are the Raiders. Raiders is another team. I know you can already say that magic word. They are 2-9. The Broncos are 7-5. What you got, Stats?
Like you said, that Bo Nix line that you just quoted, the 273 and 2 touchdowns, that surpasses team rookie record. We got Denver, which lost its 4 previous games at Allegiant.
Wow.
So this is, I think, this is the first time winning in Allegiant. Las Vegas 2-9 has lost 7 consecutive games. Its longest skid since 2017-18. Yeah, so these guys is on they on the Travis Hunter train,
Choo choo. Yes. And Shador. They are either or. Shador or Travis, whoever that number one quarterback, they are like knocking. Because no guard ain't gonna keep that. But they losing season already. Got that 9 losses. That's the magic thing. If you got 9 losses, you got to lose a season, big time. And they are the Raiders. Goodness, they done lost. You said what? 7 straight?
Yeah, 7 straight.
Hey, Paris, you better get that together, man. I don't see them keeping you much longer either, man. All that hoopla and you got to win games.
Yeah. There you go.
You got to win games, bro. You setting records. The wrong records. Nah, bro. You gonna be coming out of there big time. All right, the Seahawks is trying to do something, ain't they? Back-to-back wins, doing a thing. Let's see. Let me get this stuff up for them real quick. The Seahawks beat the Cardinals 16-6. It started pouring down, and they still did what they had to do. Geno, 22 for 31, 254 yards, 1 TD, 1 interceptions. Kenneth Walker, 41 yards. Jackson Smith, I ain't gonna mess his name up. Najimba, 6 catches, 77 yards, 1 TD. DK Metcalf, half man, half amazing. He held to 59 yards. Trey McBride, I'm gonna let you talk about him, but my God, 12 catches, 133 yards. Mr. Benson, the running back, only 4. They only rushed the ball 14 times in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right. Mr. Kyler Murray, 24 for 37, 285, 0 TDs, 1 interception. Only rushed the ball 14 times. That's not good. In this game right here, if you want a high scoring and shootout, you wasn't getting it right here, baby. None of that. This was a smash mouth football at its finest. Divisional teams going at it. And the Seahawks is now 6-5, and the Cardinals are 6-5, tied in first place. What you got, Stats?
Yeah, like you said, they move into a tie for the NFC West lead. Arizona had 4-game winning streak snapped. Seattle has won 6 straight and 7 of 8 over Arizona
Ooh.
in the recent past. Yeah, so it looks like that was pre-written.
Right. Ooh.
That was bound to happen. You know what I mean? Seahawks just got the Cardinals number, so uh, yeah, I'm surprised that they only scored 6 points, though. I think Kyler Murray is a lot better than that. I think the
Right.
Cardinals as a whole are a lot better than 6 points. But yeah, I don't know what happened to him today.
Look, and I know we always hit Mr. Gino. We always uh, because no matter what, because he has some great games, and then he whatever. That's another one. Found the perfect fit. Even though they keep on trying to shove him out the door, but he still, they got that contract extension and all that kind of stuff. Are you pleased if you Seattle? Are you stopping the madness? He got, I think, 3-year deal or whatever. Are you just going to ride him all the way to the end of this contract, or are you going to look to improve that position? Because at the end of the day, this is another championship franchise. That's yeah, they done got them some championships. They want to do what they got to do. Can Gino win you a championship? That's the question. Can he win you a championship?
I doubt that he can win you a championship, but he can keep you in the hunt. I think they
Right,
ride this contract out and look for his successor,
right.
somebody to move on down the line. Somebody for the future. Um, how many years has Gino been in the league?
Oh, let's see. Geno Smith. Let me look real quick. He been there for a minute. He been there for a minute in the league. Let me look. Geno has. He was drafted in 13. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
All
he
right. So
was
just,
in
11, 12 years almost, you know what I
there.
mean?
Yeah,
So he's had a decent, career or whatever.
12th
Um,
season. Yep, 12th season.
yeah, yeah, but most of that was what coming off the bench and shit, right?
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So, for him to find this home or whatever, I think they ride him for the next couple years. They ride out this extension, and look for a successor, maybe draft somebody,
right, right.
yeah, to come in
I can
after
see
him.
that, and I can see them. Actually, I can see them probably drafting somebody in this draft, but not high. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that between
Yeah,
that
yeah,
third and
not yeah.
seventh, yeah, third, fourth, and seventh round. Somebody who they like if they slide or whatever. But okay, here you can learn underneath him. You ain't ready yet, but we gonna get you ready so you can take his job whenever it comes. But hey, hats off to Gino because like I said, he's when he was with the Jets, Lord, whew, he was with the Jets. When he with the Giants, he was all kinds of craziness.
He's been
So
around.
yeah, he's been around 12 years for a quarterback. Even though he was backing up, hey, they make that money, man. Make that money. All right. We have a 49er sighting. Bang Bang Gang is out of bullets. Green Bay 38, 49ers 10. Yeah. I know you probably watch this game. I'm going to let you go ahead and rock and roll, and I'll fill in the gaps. What you got?
Oh, we got Josh Jacobs, 106 yards to match the career high with 3 touchdowns a day.
Mm,
This marks the first time in the past 55 regular season games that any individual had rushed for 100 yards against the 49ers.
wow. Wow.
First time in 55 regular season games.
Wow.
Brandon Allen, 17 of 29, 199 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and a lost fumble. Packers, 8-3, had their highest point total since beating the Chicago Bears 38-20 in their 2023 opener. So this is the most points they've scored in over a year. So
Wow.
hats off to my Packers, man, for getting it done.
Right. It's funny because LaFleur was like, hey, we're going to smash man football this. They set that tone. They were, everybody know 49ers, the bullies. Well, the bullies got bullied.
Yeah.
Packers was more physical, and then granted, I understand Purdy didn't play. Trent was, but that's the league. I ain't crying for you. I got a whole team that's out, so I don't care. You still got to play these games. You know what I'm saying? Still had Christian
Yeah.
McCaffrey, got all that kind of stuff. Like you still had Kittles, but the thing about it is, man, people ain't scared of them. They ain't scared of them. They 5-6, 5-6, and the crazy thing is, all they gotta do is get it together. They gonna be in the playoffs. They only one game out of first or something in their division. So it's not like they're not. So these teams are just beating up each other. And the crazy thing is, if this was 49ers of the past or whatever, then you wouldn't question it. You'd be like, they'll win the division. You just don't know because
Mm-hmm.
this ain't the same team, bro. This is not the same team. Everybody's injured. It is what it is. But you still got it in front of you, though. You still have a path to get there. You just got to win some
Yeah.
games, man. You just got to get back together, win some games, and be a threat. The only thing is, you're just going to be on the road. I think one of the major differences is their defense. I think their defense ain't like how it used to be. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's
Right.
the issue. Them offensive pieces are going to come back. They're going to be back together and get the rhythm and all that stuff. It's the defense. And they had a problem tackling Mr. Jacobs. I'm surprised Mr. Jacobs only had 106 because he was just doing pop, 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 pop. They couldn't tackle him, man. Like they didn't want to tackle. So, great win by the Packers, man. Big time. Took care of business. Took care of home and 8-3, 4-2. And this is another team that Jordan Love didn't have no interceptions today. That's my first time in all year. He was throwing them up like it ain't no thing. That's another guy who's aggressive. He takes chances and things like that, and that's how it is. But they still win. And great win, man. That's a great win. Tonight, right as we speak right now, you got the Eagles 8-2 at the Rams 5-5. And let's see what we got. It's 3-0 right now. The Eagles over the Rams, and the Rams are threatening to score as we talk like this. Who you got in this game, man? You think the Eagles gonna go on the road and take care of business, or are you rolling with the Rams?
I gotta roll with the Eagles on this one, man. The numbers is just looking too crazy.
He said the numbers looking
The
too
numbers are
crazy.
just looking too crazy, man. With 1,137 rushing yards through 10 games,
Ooh,
Barkley only trails Derrick Henry for the NFL lead. He had his sixth 100-plus yard rushing game this season, which is the most in the NFL.
wow.
Hurts has been a dual threat, best over the past 5 games, accounting for 15 total touchdowns, 6 passing, 9 rushing, against 2 turnovers.
Mm,
The Eagles have won all 3 games in Los Angeles since the Rams moved back in 2016.
mm,
Overall, Philadelphia has won 7 of the past 8.
wow.
The Eagles have allowed 2 passing touchdowns during their winning streak. Only one opponent has topped 200 passing yards.
Mm,
Hurts leads all NFL quarterbacks with 11 touchdown runs and is second only to Henry's 13 scores for the Ravens.
Can we call them something else? Can we call them plunges? Because
Plunges.
because most of them rushing TDs is him at the 1 yard line. And if I'm Barkley, I'm mad because give me the ball. He's probably got at
Yeah,
least 5 or 6 of them that way. I'm just saying.
yeah. Vulture is what they call him. Rams, Puka Nacua has at least 7 receptions and 98 yards in 3 of the past 4 games.
Wow.
Cooper Kupp has 614 receptions through his first 98 games, which is 4th most in NFL history through 100 games. Julio Jones at 619 is number 3.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was a lot in that game. There's a lot of history to be made within this one.
Yeah, it is. You know what? Of course, I'm going with the Rams. You think I'm going ride with the Eagles? Come on, bro. Never.
Like I said,
Never.
7 of the
Never.
past 8, man. They've won all of the games in Los Angeles since 16.
I mean,
So
I get you. I get you. I get you.
yeah.
I understand. I understand. As we was talking, the Rams just went up 7-3. Uh, but Eagles, man, like I said last week, man, they flying underneath the radar for a team that is doing as well as they are, who is 8-2. You hear about all these other teams. You really don't hear people talk about they'll talk about Barkley. They'll talk about how sensational he is. But when you talk about the heavy hitters, people ain't talking about them, man. Not enough. Period. I mean, you hear about the Detroit Lions, which deservingly so. You know what I'm saying? The Kansas Cities, the Bills, stuff like that. But you don't hear about that. And Philly has the makeup to do some things because they've been at the Super Bowl. This is old boy story. Even though he's an ass, he is an ass big time. The head coach, nobody their team don't even like him. You know what I'm saying? He is what he is, but they are a scary good team, bro. Like they have all the pieces, all the weapons, and all them young guys, them Georgia guys, they're in year 2 and year 3. Oh, they legit. They legit, like they said, okay, we're going to take everybody who played for the Georgia Bulldogs that won championships, bring them over here because we know they're going to be able to play some defense and do it. Bing, 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 bing. And it's working. It's working. Them young Bucks man, them 2 defensive tackles is ridiculous. The one that got in trouble that nobody else wanted, but the Eagles said, come on, we'll take you. He is a monster. Big Jordan Davidson lost weight. He's 375, so he was like 450 pounds. You know what I'm saying? They have all the pieces, bro. If they don't win it, man, or if they don't get the Super Bowl, it's gonna be tough because it's gonna. To me, I think it's right now. If we look at it, it's gonna be between the Lions and the Eagles to represent NFC. To me, that's what I think. Could be wrong. Hey, ain't the first time. We know the playoffs is different because somebody may have to go to the Green Bay Packers. Who wants to go play Green Bay at Green Bay in January with snowing and shit? Not many people. So it is what it is. But I'm gonna ride with the Rams just because I just can't do the other team. The Ravens versus Chargers. 7-4, 7-3. Monday Night Football. This should be a goodie. What you got for us, Stats?
The Ravens have won 4 straight over the Chargers in the regular season. But LA did earn an AFC wild card upset in 2019. Derrick Henry leads the NFL with 1,185 rushing yards, 15 total TDs, 13 rushing, 2 receiving. Is 1 rushing TD shy of the Ravens' single season record set by Jamal Lewis in 2003. Henry is one of 4 players in the Super Bowl era to score a TD in each of the first 11 games of a season. O.J. Simpson, 1975, John Riggins, 1983, and Jerry Rice in 87.
John Riggins.
Yeah. Lamar Jackson is 6-2 on Monday Night Football with 20 TD passes, no interceptions. Jackson needs 124 yards passing and 16 yards rushing for a second consecutive season with 3,000 passing and 600 rushing yards.
Damn.
Justin Herbert has thrown 1 interception in 277 attempts this season. Has thrown for multiple touchdowns in 3 of his past 4 games. Leading in.
Do you remember?
So
go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. What you saying?
I was gonna say, do you remember when they said that I like my quarterbacky, kind of quarterbacky and stuff? Dude, great throw for 3,000 yards, and it's like how many more games left? 8 more games, including whatever, 7 more games, including tomorrow. Like, and he's already got 2,876 yards.
Yeah.
25 TDs, only 3 interceptions. I like my quarterbacky. Remember that woman that said that shit?
Yeah, that's true. Right. When the
Where's
first
she at
game,
now? Where's she at?
right. But
Where's
yeah,
she
he's
at?
doing his thing, man. I mean, another like MVP like season.
Without a doubt. Let's see what's going on. Giovanni Campus, what's going on? What's up? What's up with you? Great weekend for football. You right? Without a doubt. All right, let's get it. Will the Lions make it? Oh yeah, oh yeah. If they don't, to me, if they don't make it, that's because man injuries, bro. Injuries. That's only if they don't make a playoff run. Talking about the Lions, it's because of injuries. Because right now they got everything you want, man. They basically too deep in all the positions. Only thing that's kind of leery is their defense, but they probably middle of the pack to me. But yeah, you got all the tools, man, because you're gonna have to outscore them. Your defense is gonna have to slow them down, and you're gonna have to outscore them. And I don't know there's too many teams that are equipped to do that. If I'm the Lions, my kryptonite will be probably playing a team in my division, somebody like Green Bay, because they used to us, they know us. I even have to go to play Minnesota because they're not. These teams know your ins and outs. Those are the only things that might slow it down. But yeah, it is what it is on that one. Bro, the Cowboys, hey, I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, man. I'm a ride or die, baby boy. I done seen three of them things. I'm old. I'm long. Yeah. You sound like you a
You would
Lions
have to
fan.
be able to
Look,
see three
you
of them.
sound you a Lions fan. We know you ain't seen shit.
Boy,
You ain't seen nothing. Like you asking for a playoff run. You got people out there that used to playoffs ain't nothing. We talk about championship. You need to be talking about can we make it to the Super Bowl. You worried about the Cowboys, man. Get to the Super Bowl and then come back and holler at me, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's silly as hell. Yeah. You just lost all kind of credit. I'm going with who you got on this game real quick, man.
I think I'm gonna roll with the Chargers on this, man. The
Mm.
Ravens, they have a problem stopping people.
Yeah, they
You
do.
know,
They do.
they really have a problem defensively. So people can score and they can get on board with these guys. So plus the Chargers at home. So yeah, I'm gonna roll with the Chargers on that.
Great point, my brother. Great point. Um, to me, Harbaugh, Chargers Harbaugh. Uh, is he gonna unleash? Because, like you said, the Ravens' defense is suspect. So you need to go ahead and push the ball downfield. Do what you got to do. I think what makes the Chargers good this year is that he is making Herbert a manager, a game manager. They got the running game. They do whatever. And to me, those type of teams that's what the Ravens need to face because that keeps them in the game. If somebody's throwing and stretching the field, the Ravens can't stop a nosebleed. We've seen that. But teams that's just going to line up and just methodically, they in the game. And that's what puts Lamar Jackson and Henry at all-time high risk that they might beat you because you're sitting there not taking advantage of their defense. To me, man, I'm going to ride with the Ravens, man. I just said King Henry is this different. But I did not realize the numbers you just said until I looked at them. Damn, Lamar. But it is what it is. Goodness gracious. What you leaving the people with?
Live, laugh, love, people. Enjoy, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. The holidays is coming up, man. I hope everything goes well for everybody. I love y'all, man. I'll see y'all next week.
Hey, like he said, happy Thanksgiving from the 54 Sports Network, from Mr. Stats and Will. God bless. Hey, we holler at you guys. Peace. It's the Will Show. It's the